All right.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah. Let's go.
Woo.
Hi. Yo. Hi. Oh, am
Are
I
we
supposed to be like, oh, hey, what's up, chat? What's up, chat?
Hello.
Yeah,
What
we're
is
live.
up, chat gang?
Hi,
Chitty chat.
cat.
We haven't streamed since last year.
It's true.
It's been a whole year.
It's been it feels like a whole year.
I think it has.
84 years.
84,
84 years.
I'm
I'm
just-
Hold on. Is it
Eminem
is it
directly into
is
the
it one is it vampire years or human years?
Yes.
That's what I want
Titanic.
to. That's what I want
So
to.
the interesting thing about vampire years is, and this is a slight, I guess, giveaway reveal. So vampire years are interesting in that, like, the older you get, the quicker they pass by, and you can choose to go into torpor and just like, boom, skip the century. Everyone can do that except for Jack and their sire, whose unique bane I gave them forces them to excruciatingly feel every night. Sometimes one day for them of the day sleep feels like several, depending on what dream they end up in. But that's just a
Hooray!
teaser. That's a
Delightful.
little teaser. So like vampire years are different for Ravnos
Yep.
because reasons.
Hell yeah.
Are Ravnos like the dogs of vampires?
Don't talk.
Dog
Wouldn't
years
they
are
they're like the inverse
Rav-
dogs?
Ravnos years are different from other clan years.
Aren't Ravnos the
Sorry.
ones that can't stay in one place?
Right. And
Yeah.
I came up with an alternate
Alternate bane.
yes, that I thought was a lot cooler. But I don't know
Eventually
if
he'll
L wants to.
publish
We're
it.
just sort of hanging out in Chicago.
It's
like,
a
we're not
really
I'm having
cool
a great
one.
time with it. Yeah.
Eventually
really
he'll publish it with
Now,
everything
do
else
you
with
want to
Endless
tell the
Elegy.
coterie what it is and thus the audience or
Oh.
whatever? Because I'm really pleased with myself.
I want to
Yeah.
find out in game.
The things I
Earmuffs,
create,
audience.
sometimes I'm very happy and
Secret.
pleased with myself. And the reason I'm really happy with this one is because it also is like soul crushing for
Oh,
like
yeah.
characterization and themes and stuff.
It
It's
is
really great.
horrifying for Jack. Like, it is probably one of the worst things that could happen to them.
Poor guy. Gal.
pretty
Non-binary pal.
Jack is indeed a non-binary pal, but they will answer to anything. You can call
Nice.
them whatever. Call them a bitch. They don't
Just-
care.
But not like
Pronoun.
today.
a mother, a child, a lover.
Pronouns are just like, I don't know, man. Whatever you vibe with.
Yeah.
Jack
remember.
exists as a concept and
Should we-
nothing else.
Should we, before we get too crazy off the rails, should we do our intro?
Yes.
Our ba-ba-ba?
Yeah, someone do the content warning, right?
Yeah, content warning.
Oh. I got you.
Yeah, come on, Mr. Radio.
All right. Hold for radio.
It's been so long.
Woo.
Scroll. The following show takes place in the world of darkness and explores narratives of personal horror. This story is a work of fiction and is not official World of Darkness material, although someone here has met Jason Carl, so maybe we can fix that. Many of the themes are portrayed from a place of empathy, but may be uncomfortable to some listeners. Episodes may contain coarse language, sexual content, probably, mental and emotional abuse, definitely, violence, generally, mental illness, always, and extra blood. Viewer discretion is advised. Don't bring your kids. Portions of the materials are the copyrights and trademarks of Paradox Interactive AB and are used with permission. All rights reserved. For more information, please visit worldofdarkness.com. Thank you for watching Endless Elegy. We hope you've enjoyed the story thus far and invite you to like, follow, and subscribe on Twitch or your favorite player or Blue Sky. Also, that exists. By doing this, you will help support the show and get updates when our next episode goes live. If you'd like to be a part of our community, you can follow us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Discord, all of the places where we do things in the down there, under there part with posterity.
I feel like
Welcome to the party.
the Discord is pretty decently active, at least when our number one fan, potentially our only fan, Charles, is around. So,
hey, I
Yeah.
was a
Our
fan of
only
you
fan?
guys, and now I'm here.
hey, started from the bottom. No, damn it, fuck Drake. There's a tangent for another time. How thoroughly great Kendrick Lamar destroying Drake has been for my soul. But speaking of Kendrick Lamar destroying someone and it being good for my soul, welcome to the world of darkness, everybody. It's been a minute since we've done one of these, and we're all going to catch our rhythm. I'm going to retcon something from the last adventure, which, if you're just now joining us, doesn't matter to you because you've never watched any of them. So I'm a very good storyteller who never has to retcon anything, and you can ignore that part. And essentially, there's something that happened in the last adventure that I would like to revisit, and that's in the form of the conversation that Sasha had with Dante. I don't remember it, quite frankly. So I just kind of wanted to run that back. I can't hear Anne.
I should probably unmute myself. Hi. You know what? You'd think I'd be awake at 11:30 a.m., but I am not. Anyway, no, real talk. I was going to revisit that conversation, but family took over, so I haven't seen any VODs or anything.
It's okay. We're gonna we'll start off in a couple different places because some folks might have noticed that we have a new player here. And I guess that's as good a place as anyone to just do like the quick intro of like who everyone is, who they're playing, and then we can kind of cobble together a recap of like the story so far, as totally not a way to pad for time while I think up what the hell I was going to do. Because if anyone has noticed, I don't have my usual background behind me. I believe it's sage. I think that color is sage. I'm in a hotel room. The kind of hotel room where the pillows are as thin as the curtains and the shower has like a clear acrylic thing on the wall with
hey, look, there's a raid.
Soap.
Delightful.
That's it. It's called hair wash. It's great. No brand. So I don't have my usual notes. Yeah, so we'll do
muted that.
Intros. Vampires. Canadians.
Hi,
Hey,
welcome in. Hi, Raiders. You might have saw that blurb. That's because we usually don't do vampire on this stream. We do my shit on this stream and vampire elsewhere, but because Rep is elsewhere. But yeah, welcome in. Hi.
Well, like any proper vampire trying to control the night, you always have contingency plans within your contingency plans.
True. I am the contingency plan.
You're a very good contingency
and also
plan.
the primogen, a primogen.
Kelly is
I am the
good,
primogen.
I
am the primogen of this vampire game. I just like I'm moving things. I'm just moving things.
Well, yeah.
So
it's introduction time then.
Yeah, that was a great I did the perfect segue over to you, Shelly, to introduce yourself and your character, and you just
You just didn't do it.
Hi everyone, my name is Shelly Von Miller. I am a Dragon Burlesque performer, a variety content creator, and an overall internet dumbass. I play the
give yourself more credit than that. You're fantastic. You're wonderful.
I didn't hear drag and I heard dragon. Like
that's what everybody hears. I have an accent sometimes.
Yeah, but now I want to see you dress as a dragon and do burlesque. So
dragon seems like a really cool subgenre. Make it happen.
There's somebody that is of Asian descent who did a Year of the Dragon burlesque number, and it's really good. You should go check them out. I don't have their name off the top of my head because I am dumb. I play Ashley Dame, the Chicago Ventrue might be going to war with everyone. Who the fuck knows? Might be breaking her rule soon
Well,
of no chitlins.
All right. What a good time to come in.
so
Yep.
speaking of breaking the rules, Anne.
Yeah. And
Hi, my name is Anne. I haven't been on social media, so I'm not going to advertise all of that. But I play Sasha Dawson, the toreador who makes really bad decisions. Yeah, that's kind of her thing now. She is attempting to significantly reduce the amount of violence she uses in her life. Will she succeed? Probably
Which is a
not.
poor decision.
She's trying a non-violent era. We'll see how well that works.
Seeing how well things work, speaking of Rory.
I suppose that works somewhat. Yes.
Bad segue game. I'm still the king of it.
I am Michael, and I'm playing Rory Teague, a resident Tremere, accidental vampire Jesus, maybe.
The very humble Rory Teague.
yeah.
Listen. I'm introducing this is not Rory.
Take it away, King.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Rory would never claim that. I might though.
Accidental Jesus. Oh.
Your own vampire. Jesus.
Oh my gosh, hold on.
But yeah. Social media things. Right. Sub-Zero Jalapeno in the places. I use the same thing everywhere, basically. Find me. Or don't. I don't know, man. Rating! More raids.
More raids.
Raid.
Woo! I got to turn off the switch over to a different scene thing. It keeps happening.
Speaking of welcoming new people.
Yeah!
You can't have actually good segues when you're doing the bad segue game.
It's
That's
true.
not.
All right.
Is it really
You
a
got a
game if
bad
you're the
segue
only
for
one
me?
playing?
I want to see the bad segue. Come on, what were you gonna do, man?
I don't remember what my bad segue was going to be because there was a good segue and it ruined it. It's ruined.
Ruined.
Speaking of runes,
Speaking
I
of
think that's
ruining
something.
things,
Yeah.
hey, got it. back.
Hey, that actually kind of works. Hi, everybody. I'm Elle. You can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic on these social medias. And today I will be playing Jack Durand, who is a newcomer to Chicago and is very hopeful about how things are going to turn out. They're here hoping to gain some leverage in vampire society. They want to change things for the better. And they have a good feeling about this next job. They think it's going to go really, really well for them.
Yeah, and I'm an unreliable narrator. You can't trust me at all.
Shoot, I forgot to say Jack is a Ravnos.
Oh yeah, Ravnos, right on.
That's
So
Mephisto Mori.
yeah,
Mr. Mephisto, if you're nasty.
yeah. So I'm Mephisto, also known as the magical Mr. Mephisto. If you're not into the whole brevity thing, resident spooky kid, writer, general storyteller, and master of games. I am a variety streamer, ? And horror enthusiast, and so on and so forth. I have been dropping the ball on running our game consistently, but life has seen to that somewhat. And I feel like tonight is going to be a nice, chill. I'm definitely not going to throw any, big reveals or emotional or psychic damage at the coterie this evening.
Liar.
Been through a lot.
I
Not
am
even
fully confident that everything is gonna go great, you
didn't
guys.
even let me finish lying to you before you told me.
It's okay. I believe you.
I'm gonna let you finish, but
I'm
Hey,
gonna
no
let
smoke. Are your pants all right?
So, I'm not wearing pants. They are shorts. See, they caught on fire and became shorts earlier this evening. The coterie's been through some shit. Kind of note, they all ended up in an alternate reality where Sasha painted her ex-boyfriend back to life. Rory made contact with the worm? Question mark. And Ashley made a
Gatorade,
pact
Bob
with
Baloo Parker.
and Ashley made a pact with one of those, like, you know, primordial fae creatures, the ones that don't usually have names because they're so ancient and kind of powerful. Colloquially referred to throughout the chronicle early on as
The Static Man.
the Static Man, but recently
He got a
given a
rebrand.
different name by was known by something else by Ashley's clairvoyant grandma. She called him Mr. Whisper, and now he kind of like resides in her eye, you know.
Brain,
Not a big
eye, something.
brain, eye, whatever. Definitely not a big deal, and sort of there were consequences to all of this when they returned to their, you know, normal world of darkness. Notably, Sasha's ex-boyfriend led a first light assault on their I wanted to call it a coven for a second there. Haven. That their and abducted a bunch of their Nosferatu, killed a bunch more. Ashley had sort of a turbo frenzy because you see Kindred have different types of frenzy as is. You know, they have the rot shrek and you know, they have their like fear frenzy and hunger frenzies. So that's a thing that already happens. Turns out we have made a pact with a weird fae creature from the Dreaming that already sort of like assaults people's psyches and stuff. It kind of supercharges Ashley's beast. We really don't know where the one ends and the other begins at this point, and it resulted in some severe brutality. The coterie saw like the blood trails leading off in directions, and we didn't really see what happened to Ashley after that. We got these like nightmare flashes of her looking more like, you know, like haggard, like elongated, you know, just feral. You know, the ridges of her bones popping out just a little bit more and unnaturally. The canines a little bit longer, even for a kindred. You know, just this. All of her features more gaunt and sunken in. Her shadows seeming to sort of like cling to her skin just a little tighter. You know, that sort of thing, and we lost track of her, and we will catch up with her tonight. I don't remember what the fuck Rory was doing, to be frank. So I'm going to allow Rory to fill me in, and he could be like, "Oh yeah, you don't remember? I became Superman and got all the power."
Pretty sure
seem to
Rory
recall
and
him
Sasha
giving
were
an
just
ominous
boning.
call that like somebody stole something from him. Maybe, or was that in my notes? I need to tell you that.
There was that call. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And we went to we chased down Ashley. That went super well.
Yeah, we had to deal with the you know, Rosemary's Baby of it all and choose between one Sam and the other.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not the right.
Sophie's
call.
choice.
Sophie's choice.
So Sophie's choice. There we go. Not
Yeah.
Rosemary's Baby. I mean, this whole chronicle is Rosemary's Baby, but you know.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What? There's babies involved? I missed the whole thing.
That's right.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
we had a little spat, and then we went and rescued a Sam and a dead Sam, and then we went home.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Sasha is fuck if we know where at this point. Like,
Fucked off.
yeah, not the first time. I feel like you know.
You made it home?
In the my defense,
I think we were going home.
Rory,
We were going
Rory
home.
should know. Rory should know.
We had the conversation with Robert. We found out that Libby is working with First Light.
Yeah,
Mhm.
my shitland has decided to break bad. Yes.
Yep, and yeah, it's a whole thing.
I mean, I might have an idea where you went. I don't specifically know. And I was supposed to go with you, jerk.
Listen,
But
you
we were
need to-
we were packing up things. We were getting ready to get the fuck out.
Sasha would.
Man,
Sasha
I
would
remember
hate it.
very little of that.
It's also been 84 years.
I know
Sasha
I
would-
deliberately fucked with you with the Libby thing, and I made
Yeah.
you choose which Sam, and I was like thinking that for a minute you might actually choose Sam too.
No, but I did ask the question, how long can a person be dead before we turn them? But yeah, you can check that out all on YouTube if
Yep.
you're not watching.
In
we-
case
live.
we need to catch up, not right now, but later.
Yeah. Oh wait, wrong one. Wrong one.
Um,
Wrong one.
Well, I'm just... You hadn't left yet, though, had you?
No, we were getting.
No, I think we
prepared
were
to-
about to leave.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Like you were at like some barges, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
the-
on the barges. There was
we
some
basically
barges
just
being-
like,
scooped up the Sams.
Did you find
We're-
the Sam 2 like dead in one of the containers?
We found it was Sam 3 and Sam 2. They were chained together in a holding, not a holding cell, but like an interrogation cell. And
Yeah.
Sam 2 was dead, and Sam
Dead
3
in
was
one, and Sam 3 was in the other, and
yeah.
we had.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to rewind it to. Is
Okay.
that container?
Oh, so
Is that all
before
right?
the fight or after the fight?
After the fight, like you're
Okay.
scooping them up to leave. I think
Oh,
that's
okay,
a good
yeah, yeah.
I
place.
think that's about where we were anyway.
Yeah,
so,
that's where.
Okay,
And then
that's
Sasha was somewhere.
Sasha has fucked off to talk to Dante.
Yes, probably.
And for what has been a really long night, almost like 84 years
Really?
of a night for
fucking hell,
this coterie. It's almost as if time has stood still for them. Unless you're watching like a playlist of VODs, and then it hasn't. But if you've been watching the show, I'm joking about how long it's been since we run the adventure. I'll
It's been
spoil
since
that.
November.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this is
that's-
January.
That's
Holidays
basically
kinda do
84
that,
years.
though.
Remember the
I
last
think a lot
game.
of people like
November?
usually take off a couple weeks around the holidays anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Honda days.
Yeah, fucking Honda days. So we'll have the sort of, crime noir camera, the single light up in the interrogation chamber that's like swaying back and forth and, allowing the shadows to swing with it, in opposite directions, retreating, as that sort of sways. And we have the coterie. Well, I guess we just have Ashley and Rory here, sort of staring at the bodies, and Ashley is contemplating aloud how long can someone be dead before they turn them. And I don't know that that's as that sort of question hangs in the air, we're going to cast our gaze elsewhere in this long, cold night. Now, in the Chronicle, it's late November
I need dice.
as well.
Oh, so we did make it to November.
Yay!
Mhm.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's like post Thanksgiving.
Vampire Thanksgiving.
Okay.
What? What's the
Fair enough.
adventure called?
Your mom.
Ooh, got him.
What
Past
did we name
mistake.
this episode? Past mistakes.
Okay.
That's a little too
You're-
on the nose, don't you think?
Yeah, well,
Going to cast our gaze elsewhere in the city, where I would like for Elle to paint us a picture, a word picture of their character, their sort of how they're traversing the city with a package under their arm. And I'll tell you, the package is, about book sized, book shaped, and wrapped sort of classically in a brown paper satchel with like the twine around it. It's the sort of thing that doesn't have an address, because this sort of thing, you don't write addresses on it. You give it to a very trusted, capable, and established courier and tell them where to take it.
So, Jack, the most obvious thing about Jack immediately is probably their motorcycle, considering it's a little bit loud. The second most noteworthy thing about Jack is the red and orange streaks in their black bob of hair. Just near the bangs, right in the forefront. It looks like they did it themselves, and that's not necessarily a compliment, but they're clearly proud of it. They're clad head to toe in leather. It's mostly black with a few red and orange accents. They clearly have a color scheme that they want to stick to. It's almost like they're a Power Ranger, but no, that's another game.
You can watch that every other Monday over on Recording Inspiration.
Meth is going to take a demon out on a date. It's going to be super fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And nobody is surprised.
Absolutely not. It's almost like I expected it and planned for it.
You did not expect that. You can't even.
The last really noteworthy thing about Jack is the very, very pale blue of their eyes, almost silver in certain lights, paler than the rest of them. They're broad-shouldered, decent frame, decent muscle. And they are currently driving through Chicago on their motorcycle. And they are probably singing along to something in their head, like in their earbuds under their motorcycle helmet. I would say they're probably listening to like Journey. I feel like this is a Journey kind of day for Jack.
Which song?
Okay.
Separate Way.
Oh, how did you read my mind, dude?
That was just the first Journey song that jumped in my brain.
So yeah, Separate Ways. I think that it's either Separate Ways or Who's Crying Now.
As Jack sort of winds their way through Chicago, they can't help but reflect upon the last conversation they had with their sire. Do you have a description in your mind for what your sire looks like, or is this like a GM take the wheel type mode?
So the only thing that I know about my sire is that he has very large, very thick glasses that he still wears despite the fact that he is a fucking vampire and he probably doesn't need to wear them anymore. It is almost like most of what he does. It's out of habit. But otherwise, what does he look like, Meth?
Okay. What was
He
the
looks
name?
like a man. Yep, he sure does.
He is a man.
His name is Dr. Argus Trom.
Trom.
Trom. That's German. For those of you who want to look up that last name, it is Traum. I always choose my names with meaning.
Names matter.
Names do matter.
So the thick, large, bespectacled man stands in a library, not like a study or a public library. This is the sort of library that is adorned, decently with some of the comforts of a lifelong, very long lived. But more so, this is the sort of library that is practical and has uses. The tomes and scripts and manuals, very good word for the books, are easy. They don't loom up above you, judging you like many library books do. No, they are within reach. They are a few strides or steps away from alphabetized and very meticulously placed and ordered. That's because, again, this library has use. It's been a long time since Dr. Traum has had cadavers laying upon the sterilized table at the center of it that now holds like a pair of brandy glasses. It should. However, what is this typing? I'm worried about this typing. However, I think even within Jack's time, you can recall like like bringing the odd homeless person in here, who's like coughing, and him administering like a tincture or something to help them out, or you can recall him, helping, vaccinate some folks and look up the odd disease and try to find bizarre treatments using several lifetimes of knowledge and research. As for what he looks like, he wears a sort of like a plain black jacket with these gold and green trimmed cuffs that has this sort of almost like a priest-like collar. The glasses sort of have a bit of an amber tint to them that make his natural eye color difficult to discern. And he's got that sort of rough brow length hair that sort of naturally flows into a perfectly manicured sort of, beard wrapped around that sort of grooms to a point. He looks like Shinji's dad. Complete with this sort of etched in stone bored expression that he can't escape, and he's often seen wearing like sort of like white gloves or something, not so much surgical gloves or anything like that, more of like a military style. In fact, his garb has a little bit of like again, it's that practical, that applied usage. Like he has maybe a little bit of a uniform quality to him. But this is, of course, it's not that he's in uniform, it's that he has his own sort of uniform. He takes pride in the fact that he's a doctor, but he is also a vampire. And he knows that at least once upon a time, he knew that he had to look the part in the courts of the Silver Tower, of the Camarilla. And so he does have a little bit of a style to it. And I was pulling up my notes before I got distracted because I had to send notes to myself. One moment. You say you wish to go.
I do.
For Chicago?
Chicago be cold around this time, yeah?
Indeed.
Good change.
I have a few contacts there, I suppose, to get you started, but I don't have much pull or, well, I can't really speak to their character, really. Just a minor boon here and there. Again, to get you started.
Hey, that's okay. If I couldn't do it myself, I wouldn't be going, would I?
Argus looks distracted, more distracted than usual. He's always had this sort of, 1,000-yard stare quality to him, where he's always kind of looking at the middle space and um, looks a little wary, often hidden by the totally this isn't how light works reflections that are always in his glasses, because it's awesome.
Hey. What's going on, Teach? Come on.
I've
Can't hide nothing from me.
heard it. It's the landscapes that collide within my skull have kept it quiet. A voice on the mountain, breeze, that sort of thing. But I have heard it. I'm not surprised.
What's that gonna mean for me? What's that gonna mean for you?
I suppose I've always been hesitant to use the term elder in reference to myself, but many like me have, many who've a fraction of my age have heard it already and succumbed to the beckoning. I don't feel a mighty pull. Not yet, but I do hear it. I'd think to sleep, but he gives a sort of hopeless laugh and grabs one of the brandy glasses.
Yeah, don't
Swirling it out, swirling it around, not ever drinking it, just admiring the color.
Hey. We got an expression where I'm from.
Sorry, I'm going to have to turn you up. There you go. I'm at 30%. I can go up to 60. But
We got an expression where I'm from. Ich parle la pâté. Don't call give up. Not yet. Well, it literally means don't let go of the potato, but it's the symbolism of the thing.
curious. I've never been good at letting go of the potato, as it were. I suppose that's why I'm still here, despite all the long years lingering in my bones. I've told you, and you hold on to this. Well, you know what I admire about you. I've told you that our curse is heavier than most. Every year will weigh on you more than not just other Ravnos, but all kindred kind. Tried to warn you, and I hope you're different.
I plan to
hope
be.
That optimism you keep in you burns through the death that we surround ourselves with. By choice or happenstance. And he turns to kind of face his books, and that sort of by choice or happenstance, sort of glancing at a fiction section right now where like you can see like sort of like a we're doing German, aren't we? Right? Like we got some German references here. So you see like a copy of like Faust by Goethe.
Ooh, nice.
There's
Picking
a
up what I was
visual-
putting down, dude.
What's that?
You were picking up what I was putting down, dude.
Get out of my brainwaves. He looks at like he looks at the shelf where like he keeps the copy of Faust. Like, unlike his other books, you know, sort of meticulously organized. You know, obviously you'd organize it by author. He's got a particular section of various like scripts for plays and even film. Like the odd DVD or VHS tape has made its way into it, like a VHS tape of an actual like recording of a play put on by like a high school or something or college of like a iteration of Faust, and it's like the only thing that's like organized by the sort of character, right? Like it's the iterations of, and he goes over and he grabs sort of his oldest book, you know, a Geth one, leather bound properly, you know, so on, and he pulls it off and it's like, it went through hundreds of translations and iterations before Geth even got a crack at it.
I think that's pretty beautiful, no?
I think that's the beauty of the humanity, I suppose. Our kind lose over time is the stories they tell, where you can know the beginning, the middle, the end, and find 1,000 ways to represent it and make it wholly new and different. And yet somehow, and he's got the book in one hand and the other finger's now sort of traced on the shelf. And yet utterly recognizable across languages, generations, media, as the finger like lingers on a DVD. Like Dr. Faustus and, you know, like, and the Mephistopheles 6, like some weird musical number, you know, rock opera thing. You know, like a failed Rocky Horror Picture Show, like didn't like just absolute trash movie, you know. And like C tier, we're talking, right? Student film. Here.
This ain't gonna buy, Nonk. I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna have a name for myself. I'm gonna make you proud, and I'm gonna change things. They're gonna be better than they were. I'm gonna make them better.
You hang on to that. And this.
I will.
Should I, unlikely as I believe it to be, succumb to the beckoning like some of my peers and oldest friends and enemies know that I did not. I did not leave without thinking of you. First, last, and always.
First, last, and always, knock.
But enough of this sentimentality. I have studies to get to, and you have that name to make for yourself.
I'm gonna make sure they know both ours. Nobody's gonna speak about me without talking about you too.
Oh, I'd be careful in some circles who you mention my name to. I am afraid the Zamisi never quite saw eye to eye with my freeing of some of their revenant families. Tremere don't particularly care for my stance on their gargoyles either, I suppose.
I'll bet. They shouldn't have been so uptight about it anyways.
Well, they suppose they got their comeuppance in Versailles. If you believe in karma. And his gaze now goes to like the philosophy section, you know. And
I think the karma's what we make it.
Self-fulfilling prophecies, collective unconscious sort of way. I suppose you might be right if you buy into that sort of thing.
I make good, so I get good. Other people make bad, so I make bad for them. Easy.
Well, now that's... Oh, never mind. He doesn't laugh, but that's amazing. He does crack a smile, however. Cher, was it? That's the... no. What's friend? Mon frere? I can't remember.
Mon ami.
Mon
Mon
ami.
frere is my brother. You can be that too if you want, no?
No, so, Mon ami. Huh. I never did... I always stumbled through the parlance of the Creole.
Yeah, we like to do things a bit different, no?
It's... I suppose in a way it's exactly what I was talking about with Faust. Hundreds of years of everyone taking a crack at it.
It's been translated, and now we got verbs, we got adjectives. Well, you don't think verbs and adjectives should be, but hey, I think it's pretty.
Indeed. I won't delay your travels anymore. Besides, you got to beat the sun in more than a few times.
When I get there, I'll find something good to send you a picture of.
The old way, please.
Of course.
I'm not some tech-averse curmudgeon.
Nah, you're just an old soul, monk.
It's hard to frame a phone, however.
I
suppose this is me at my most sentimental.
I'll be sending you letters. I'll get tired of my writing.
Careful with that, with the Inquisition about. And
hey, what have I never not been careful?
Touche. No, there's some French I know. Although it is pronounced touche.
Depends on who you ask. I heard it both ways.
It's more like touche. It's like, well, you gotta choke on it in your nose to pronounce it properly.
If you buy what those uppity people are selling.
So you sort of finalize your goodbyes with Dr. Argus Trom. And we find ourselves answering the question, as you your motorcycle stops outside of a tavern or a bar. Sorry, tavern. Get out of
We're in D&D world now. Congratulations.
No, outside of a bar. I think. Gosh, I can't remember what it's called. Like,
Welcome to the D&D world.
I think it was called like the Neon Halo, or
Heck yeah.
as I recall, was the name of Dante's club, was the Neon Halo or Electric Halo or something like that. And you can just sort of see two, like it's got the window outside is actually like a stained glass, like classic, super cool, churchy, like recovered stained glass, and then it's got like a simple, like on the brick itself, it has like a classic glass, like the old school neon, not like the new LED crap, like a glass bending style. It's just says like, the Neon Halo or whatever, and it's otherwise like the definition of like kind of a hole in the wall, like old brick building tucked between being squished by other brick buildings. If you were walking down the street, or forget driving past, you wouldn't even notice the sign. You just wouldn't realize this pub, this bar is sitting here. And as you sort of like halt your motorcycle there, we cast our gaze back to that container, that interrogation room, where we're about to answer the question, how long can someone be dead for, before you turn them. Ashley stands astride Sam 2, with Rory having was it just hung up the phone with the tauntings of something going missing or something along those lines? I can't remember.
We hung up the phone
reveal.
And, then he decided to like speak to us over the intercom, I think, and we just like, whatever, man.
The double guns.
I suppose my first question is, how long has he been dead? Can I determine?
Medicine intelligence.
I believe in you.
I also believe in you, even though I'm not there.
I believe.
Because a lot of this is a lot of determining how long someone has been dead involves like blood pooling in the body and things. Can I use my hematology specialization?
We're like, oh, one horrible second.
Hematology?
When else are you going to use it? Go ahead.
You never know.
For one horrible second, I thought you were going to be like, yeah, I just licked the blood inside of there. No.
That's not even weird. Kindred, yo.
So,
yeah,
the best part of this is it's all
He's
blood
definitely
dice
done it
except
before.
one.
Jesus.
Interesting.
He's hungry.
That is 3 successes.
Yay!
I don't know what's more ironic, the 5 hunger from Rory or the fact that Sasha is trying to use her words for something.
Nice. 3 hunger.
It's
Or
so
three,
fun.
three
3 successes.
successes.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Okay, there, Aaron
So
Lewis.
funny.
I think that's a lead singer Stain's name.
Yep.
It's unclear, but in the sense that like you're getting sort of paradoxical data. This isn't like somebody like tried to keep the body warm under the heating lamps or cold in a freezer and then thought it out. It's like, the liver shouldn't be this temperature when like that's that temperature. Like, rigor mortis has come and gone technically, but like also there's parts of him that like are still like like still showing signs of it, and it's just it would seem it's very like you're successful in being able to discern that like shit's whack, yo.
Well, I guess so.
Like in a
what's the longest you would like what?
The longest you get is like 3 years.
Jesus.
The shortest is 30 seconds, which is longer than you've been, or which is shorter than you've been standing.
Been in the room, yeah. I can't tell you how long he's been dead, and that's weird. So
like you would normally have at least a guesstimate. It is bizarre. Your thought jumps to potential like blood sorcery usage, but then Ashley hears a whisper.
Wow.
Huh. I guess the pact didn't. I guess the pact didn't take with him. No, did it?
What pact? The you said to choose one or the other.
And that I didn't lie. But
Is he savable?
oh, I do wish you'd try.
Is he savable? I owe him a debt.
Look here, my dear Kinderbat. Your kind has always fascinated me.
I think whenever he says that, the Mr. Whisper says that, this conversation's going on in her head, but
oh yeah,
when he says that, she just physically rolls her eyes, and I think Rory could probably tell that something's going on.
You ever roll your eyes so bad, like you get like a twinge of, like a little bit of that happens. Not quite a migraine, but like, yeah, Rory sees the
hard eye roll, like the oh. It's hold on. I'm trying to get definite questions answered.
What? Who are you talking to?
I thought we had this. I thought we had this discussion before. There's a new player on the board. Well, a new old player on the board.
What?
In our corner. Ish.
Uh-huh. Okay.
monsters.
Probably going to have more questions about that later, but
We'll dissect it. I promise.
Yeah.
So
I've been thinking, and can I make an occult roll on the chances of like an embrace taking?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, you're missing some key knowledge right now.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Blood magic specialization?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think while this is happening, Ashley kind of is just like holds up a hand to Rory and is just going to go, is he savable?
There's that word again. Save. Were you Say
Will it be bad if I turn him?
well, bad's a matter of perspective too.
For fuck's sake. She's gonna bend down and like
With
flop
5
up.
successes, you think that theoretically, parts of him are recently deceased, but not so much. Theoretically, an embrace should work a little bit.
If you do this, I make no guarantees on how he's going to come out, but there should be something there.
Okay. Well, here's to trying for the first time. And she's going to roll up her sleeve that she wore like a.
Look at this violation of the traditions going on from a primogen.
Ooh.
I mean, we were told to embrace a bunch of people, so I don't know.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Yeah,
PKJ.
that's true.
Yo,
true.
it's not a violation if you have permission.
Hashtag lawyered.
Lawyer, bitch.
Weird
Yo.
maybe question. Can I have wake with evening's freshness, which is normally like for me only, but could I try to like fuck with it and maybe like sort of undecay him or something and try to help this like stabilize the embrace?
Oh.
I would like a contest of medicine,
That's fine.
thaumaturgy, and the ritual ability. So a best 2 of 3 of rolling those 3 things essentially as you're trying to sort of use them all in concert. You have to do some like physical prep. You have to. It's going to take like a montage properly creepy montage music plays like Repo the Genetic Opera. The like grave grave robbers.
As you're about to like cut your wrist up, I'm like, wait,
grave robber.
Hold on. I think I can help make this actually work better.
Okay.
Give me a minute, and I'll start pulling weird shit out of my pockets and all that good stuff. All right, what was it? You said medicine check.
Yeah, medicine.
Intelligence medicine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As you like, so in the montage where the grave robbers song is playing, you begin to physically prep the body with your medicine check.
Hematology again?
I'll allow it.
He's like, we haven't used this. We need to use it.
You actually have some blood bags on you, as I recall, because you're a bagger. You can use some of that in this. Like, you're actually using some like anticoagulated, like proper, blood, and you have some proper blood for this. You might need better facilities than a shipping container, but I just assume that you're like, I don't know, back at the coterie house or like at a safe house nearby.
The longer we wait, the harder it's going to be. Yeah. That's 1 on the medicine.
1 on the medicine?
Yep.
Okay.
What was it?
It was blood ritual. So
yeah. The
next one
is your occult.
What is the pool for that ritual?
-1 because you're applying it to another person. Like,
yeah, I'm doing weird. Yeah, that's fair.
doing weird shit.
Do not make a ritual roll unless the true danger. Blah blah blah.
Do not make a.
Yeah, there's some danger here. You can make.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Normally, it's intelligence, blood sorcery. Okay, all right, that's fine. You never know when there might be difference. 4, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I love Skittles. Purple Skittles are my favorite.
That's
whenever
4
I eat
on
all
the
the other
ritual.
flavors first, and then save all the purple.
4 on the ritual.
Okay.
And then an occult check.
Then the cult. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then blood magical.
So you got the ritual. You actually do the stuff, and then the occult is to like sort of like you're doing like you're doing the knowledge of where to specifically apply your magical forces and
4, 8, 9,
so forth.
4, 5.
Roll big.
I'm trying.
Please roll big.
Do your
There's so
best.
many blood dice. You can't even spend willpower on some of these rolls. Okay.
Aren't you at 5 hunger?
I'm also a 5 hunger.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Don't you fucking dare, Andrew. I swear to
Mhm.
Christ. I don't even believe in that man, but I swear to him.
Swear to vampire Jesus.
I swear to Rory.
Is it Rory Vampire Jesus? Wasn't that
Yes.
established?
Spending willpower to reroll the dice.
Jack is going to show up. He would be like, whoa, it's Vampire Jesus.
I mean, I feel like 5 is pretty big. So there you go. That's 10 total successes.
10 total, yeah. 10 total.
Which is good if the skill challenge was a 10.
I'm sure. I had an idea. I had to try it.
You feel like you've done everything you can, and now it's up to fate or Ashley's double cursed blood.
All right. It's all on you now.
Oh, this will be fun. The static man has sort of is like sort of lurking over your shoulder like an evil Jiminy Cricket right now, and just like you don't see him, but you definitely feel him, and like whenever you try to turn your head to that side, that sort of like that static noise gets louder and louder as your head turns, and then like a little bit of like a migraine sets in and your vision goes white. You can't focus on him, but his presence is a lot stronger than it has been, short of your berserker mode.
Don't do anything to him.
I believe that was outside of the arrangement for you to request.
I owe him. He's not part of this.
I'm afraid he was. At least First Light seemed to think he was. I don't know that anyone our tentacles have touched is outside of this anymore. Ms. Day. No, he had a nickname for you, didn't he?
Probably.
I'll just use the existing. My dear Kinderbat.
Fine. Just
sit back and watch. Oh, I intend to.
Just and she's going to, because she's only read it theoretically. She's only been told about how kindred are made. She's only read about it, but she's never applied it. She's never tried.
I can walk you through it.
I don't.
Luckily, Rory's taken the liberty of exsanguinating him for you.
Well, okay.
Weird magic science ways.
She's going to push up. She's going to push up her sleeve again, and her nails are always done. They're a little grimy from fighting, and she's going to use her nail, cut down her arm, and open his mouth, like lean his head back, like I'll
take care of that. I got him.
Sort of in the giving him mouth to mouth, but like making sure he doesn't choke on it, and open his mouth and
support his head.
Just hold her wrist in place, like hold her arm in place.
All right. Almost sort of the minute the blood works its way down his gullet, you see like his body begin to react. This is not subtle. This is not like a slow thing. This isn't like he wakes up the next morning or the next evening, buried in the dirt of his homeland. No, this is quick. He sort of, his chest heaves up and his head's still lolled back, and you can see it would probably be like a pretty painful advanced yoga position type thing, but then he like sort of quick lurches forward and
Joshua.
His eyes open.
Joshua.
He looks over at you. You see his like, sort of like intense, sort of eyes fixated on you, just the way you remember. There's a sort of weird kindness behind this, career military man's eyes, and I don't say weird kindness. There's a kindness that he could never hide, no matter how undercover he went, no matter how many, and not unlike Sam 3's, who's probably a lot more kindness and a lot less of intensity, right? Which is what makes Sam 3 scarier, because that intensity when it snaps, right? Like, sorry. He, Ashley?
Joshua. She's gonna hold his face in her hands. I'm sorry. I couldn't let you go.
I was dead, wasn't I?
Yes.
And now I'm promoted.
You did ask for it at one point.
I was in a waiting room. Like a hotel lobby. No, it was like a hospital waiting room for
like Beetlejuice?
No, from like 1972. It had this revolving door I couldn't see out of. And
What?
the exit signs, I couldn't quite read them. And as he begins to reflect, Ashley, you hear laughing from behind you. And you see the sort of irises of his eyes wash free of their pigment. They look like someone has begun sort of tracing, like as if he were a photograph, someone just sort of circling the irises over and over and over again until they get to the white.
No.
And
Stop
then
it.
scribbles just sort of superimpose over his eyes rapidly, and Joshua sort of howls in pain. You see these scribbles too, Rory, by the way.
Oh no,
you've seen
Ashley,
this
you
before.
didn't.
And then they sort of absorb into his face, but his eyes remain sort of free from their pigment. Like he doesn't restore the pigment. He sort of goes partial albino, I suppose, right? Like they're like a very crystalline. This isn't like a natural, born albino thing, though. This is a supernatural, like the pigment was sucked out of them, so they're like a translucent, blue and stuff like that. And
why did you do that?
Josh, you in there?
Why did you do that?
Something else.
She's saying this out loud. Why did you do that?
I didn't. I told you saved was a fun turn of phrase, wasn't it?
What did that to him?
Did you save him? you.
Shit.
Oh, this is wonderful.
You have definitely made a choice, Ashley. But we need to leave before somebody comes in here.
This is 100% your doing.
Who did that?
See, it's
What did that to him?
200% you're doing.
What did that to him?
Rory, you said something in there as I was mocking Ashley. I'm sorry.
Well, we need to leave before somebody comes in. Yeah. He needs to feed. I need to feed. We need to go.
Take them.
This isn't. Is this how you always feel?
No. Something's wrong. We'll figure it out. Take him and his
like
brother back.
The hive.
No.
I'm not sure I can carry both of them, Ashley, but all right. I mean,
I believe in you. I have to take care of this now.
Take care
This
of what?
is the keys to my new apartment. Take them there.
Do you have supplies?
I love the Ashley. What did you do?
Yes, there's. I always have contingencies for stupid shit that happens. Right. There's blood for you all.
I don't know what you did or why you did it, but we're gonna have to talk about this
later.
And yeah, all right. Josh, can you walk? Can you help me carry your brother?
I can't see.
Yeah.
No, I see, but it's not.
All right. Stand
right.
up.
The world's not right.
I don't doubt it. I'm gonna pick him up, put his arm over me, and I'm gonna try to scoop up Sam 3.
It's like staring at electricity, like pumping raw
in a fucking brouhaha. All right,
through the synapses of a brain, through your blood, or through your nerves.
Yep. All right, one foot in front of the other. Save the existential crisis for later. Let's get you a snack.
No, I don't even. You're all stick figures that are on fire. The world's not right. I see through everything.
Ashley's gonna pick up a gun.
Yeah, this is your walking and stuff
all
like
right.
that.
Yep.
Ashley's gonna pick up one of the guns. You can't have him.
Oh, I am.
And she's going to go up to Joshua and shoot him point blank in the head.
Damn!
Can I celerity away first when she picks up the gun?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Well, I mean, you can react. You have celerity speed, but so does roll initiative. I think this is an initiative moment.
Okay. What do we do? D20, right? Yeah.
This one's going to be off the quote unquote more of the quick draw style of it. So it'd be dexterity and
okay. Oh god. And, plus our
composure, I think.
I've just decided that Sasha and Jack are somewhere at a bar.
You're perceiving and you're acting. It's Dex and Wits.
Dex and Wits.
Okay. Yeah.
Blood dice or no blood dice for initiative?
Blood dice, I thought.
Oh.
No blood dice on initiative.
Okay. No, I thought it doesn't really matter.
Get those blood dice out of there.
we're both hungry as fuck, so that's where we're like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know which is better, Rory blinking away or Rory getting covered in brain.
I want to see Rory get worse.
How much you did?
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
I also spent a willpower.
I
reroll
You are
too.
Rochambeauing each other to roll. It's amazing.
This is delightful.
This is
I'm
the
having a
best.
great time.
Yeah.
4.
4.
Yay! Shoot him in the head.
I have celerity 2.
Yeah, we'll go to the celerity
I have
dots.
celerity. I have celerity 2 as well, but I don't have blink.
All right, just roll a die, high low.
High low.
Yeah,
D20?
that's the tiebreaker because we would have went to no D10. We're in a D10
D10?
system. We roll D10s.
Okay.
Yeah, but is there a specific celerity 2 power for avoiding bullets? I'm pretty sure. Which one is it?
This is reaction speed with each other. They're both like in terms of like mental and physical reaction speeds. They're roughly the same. You know,
What's
celerity
your,
2 is celerity 2 is celerity 2.
What did you get, Michael?
Oh, I need to roll a normal D10. Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me get one.
It's amazing. I did not have this on my vampire bingo card for the night.
I had to stop.
The quickest making and unmaking of a child in vampire history.
This is delightful. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, welcome to our game.
10.
I got a 3, so you win.
Okay, you can go. All right, so Rory,
Oh.
you see Ashley grab the gun and time
murder in
her
her
matrix sense. She sort of move it.
Oh
and
no! I didn't do all this from.
you just blink away, like you just zip
Are
away.
still real though.
With the Sams.
Yep.
Both Sams?
Both Sams. Yeah.
Oh
All
damn!
the Sams.
I picked them both up and was getting ready to walk out, and then
Yeah, so actually you do the thing and you just kind of like shoot the air as you both do it pretty quick. Like if humans were watching Masquerade Breach quick, you know, like it's just, you know, and just and you know, Rory's across and Rory, how strong are you?
2. Not very.
Yeah, so at some point you blink it, but it's one of those like you blink and you've got like one of sort of like helping carry the Sam 3 essentially, and Sam 2, who's not really under his own force right now, sort of like you stumble and he's sort of being dragged and you don't make it like the full 50 feet away or anything like that. You're just, on the other side of the pier or whatever, like you're on a barge, you got out the container. You had been walking and talking here, so you're both like sort of back on the dock area, and you sort of make your way sort of like 20-ish feet away. You have like the big storage containers, those big like just all sheet metal-y looking things, the ribbed metal containers that are all stacked on top of each other, and they're sort of looming over you, almost mocking you, like some high school bullies looking down at you as you're sort of stuck. And the lights here, there's like some little dock lighting, is all backlighting Ashley right now. Her shadow just stretches like forever toward you, almost like her shadow has already caught you and you can feel it tightening and that sort of thing. And it's about this time that you look at her shadow, and it's not Ashley's shadow for like a blink of an eye. It looks lanky, the arms and the legs too long. It's got this like crazy hat on. It's a form you remember from the theater. Like you've met the Stack Man personally. You remember back to when JW had killed herself, right? She shot herself and like spiraled her brains out into all of the pictures and images. One of my favorite descriptions ever. Went back in the theater, like she shot all of her ideas out when she killed herself, and they all got spider on the wall. And then the Static Man sort of crawled out of her head. You're reminded of that instant with Ashley's shadow, and then it just a blink of an eye, instant, and it's back to her.
Ashley. All right, Josh, you got to walk with me. We got to get out of here.
So we're not really in combat per se.
Ashley's not pursuing.
Ashley just stands there.
Yeah. Get him out.
My thoughts aren't alone.
I know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Over my shoulder.
Ashley turns back and goes back onto the boat.
We gotta find a ride. My ride left. Sasha, I'm gonna.
The car's there.
Did you? I thought you ran through the sewer.
Oh yeah, I ran through the city. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went on a murder spree, like running.
Oh, that's
them down.
right. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, we murdered.
We followed
it's-
your murder spree.
It's not like Sasha could carry the extra passengers on her bike anyway. She doesn't have a car. How the fuck is everyone gonna get to wherever?
So
Listen,
an Uber, call an Uber.
Yeah, you could
Yeah.
call an Uber.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
That's gonna be
call
fine.
an Uber. Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley's gonna walk back onto the barge. onto the
Yeah,
boat.
because I'm just saying she already wants him dead anyway. And
I didn't go through all that trouble, that ritual, to just watch her.
look, I'm going to shoot you straight. We both know you ain't stupid, cuz. But, she already. What's one less Sam? We'll keep the cool one. The other one's suffering already.
I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that.
I'm gonna look. Blood's blood at this point, and you're not holding all the cards right now. You know that, right? Cuz don't be a bitch about this.
Have you met me?
So go ahead and roll willpower, Mr. 5 hunger, whilst you have.
Am I
two
resisting a
body
frenzy?
rape. Yes.
I get 3 bonus dice.
Yeah, whilst you have 2 bloody bodies draped over you.
1, 2, 3.
I love Anne's reaction right now, by the way. She's literally vibrating in her chair.
I'm just sitting here like, yeah, you're so right, dude. Let's kill that guy.
I'm vibrating on a set of stairs right now. It's so good.
So
Woo! All right.
so Al, I sort of voice everyone's beast
Mhm.
when their hunger increases, and I based Rory's off of the bear.
It's hysterical.
Because we're in Chicago.
Cousin.
It's so funny.
Critical 10.
Ah,
I
damn.
am shit.
I was so excited to see you eat that guy.
I'm a little disappointed. Not
Yeah,
No
Ann and I are
storm
both
will
over
be-
here like violence.
like
Look,
Sasha and Anne are not, the same.
I doesn't give a shit about these people.
you ain't giving in yet. But that deep dish is right there, cuz. Except, maybe he ain't too deep, is he? Not a lot going on up there. A little scrambled, huh?
Yeah, I mean, step 1, no diablerie. That's bad. Fuck you.
You can stop. You can stop. You don't have to take it all. Just top off.
And
You
just
can't
no,
drink it.
I'm not
I'm just
eating a
saying.
Sam. It's not fucking happening. This is my fucking family. I'm not. You'll eat family, dickbag.
Yeah. So the first couple pedestrians we see, no, order was one of them Ubers. Meals on wheels, is what I call them.
There's gonna be plenty of fucking blood in her apartment. Just slow your roll.
You know you can't wait.
Anyway,
And we'll see about that because I'm going to be making you roll some willpower all throughout this night.
Look, just
And
eat it, dude. Come on, man. Just eat him.
Rory knows of one place guaranteed he can get his his noms on. He just has to get there.
Look,
I have keys
he's
to
got
Ashley's
two
apartment.
places.
look, Vampire Jesus turned water into wine. You could turn this chump into,
Food.
Capri Sun. Yeah.
Wait,
Like,
wait.
No,
A nice
Hold on.
caprese salad,
Hold
I
on.
feel like is
Hold
really
on.
the vibe right now.
Ritual idea. Mountain Dew to blood.
I mean,
absolutely be
you
vampire
got
game
blood
with you.
right now, my guy. You can just
Yes,
eat
right
the
there.
dude.
Oh.
Right there.
It's right there.
Elle's here being our inner voice, just like, yeah, do
Sasha,
it.
No,
Do it.
no.
Sasha
That's
doesn't.
just Elle. Not even
Whatever happens, I am 100% on Meph's side. Like, no matter what. We are soul bonded, dude.
Yeah.
Elle is just everyone's beast
Elle's like
now.
the second beast voice now. Like voices.
That's
That's
a-
me and Mel.
That's actually why I was brought on. I'm just here to be the, like...
So I gotta let you know, one of my personal convictions, don't let the beast win.
Ah, damn!
So
Can't
I'm
wait.
gonna fight that shit
Can't wait
all
for
day.
But what about
all
the
night.
beast? The beasts, plural.
Yeah. This is a team sport now.
Well,
Yeah.
Sasha,
What are you gonna do now? There's two of us, dude.
we're not gonna talk about Sasha's personal
what
convictions.
I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna eat the Uber driver, and then we're gonna go to.
He could be delicious.
He could
That
be.
Uber driver could be
I'm
scrumptious.
sorry, Rory,
You don't
but
know.
has not eating the Uber driver been working for you? I just mean scientifically speaking, has not eating the Uber
Yeah, like
driver.
how are you feeling not eating the Uber driver? Because I can guarantee you, eating the Uber driver, it's not going to feel any worse than not eating the Uber driver, and it could make you feel better. Come on, man.
On that note, I think this is a great spot to take a break.
Take a break, yeah.
Yeah, to take a break.
Of talking about eating the Uber
Jesus.
I
Anyways,
have a roommate who she is right next to me. She can probably hear all of this, and this is the weirdest conversation.
Hello, everyone. So, Jack's motorcycle will have pulled up to the Neon Halo or Electric Halo. I can't remember which one it was.
The Halo.
The Halo will have pulled up to the Halo, soon, but we got to kind of rewind it a little bit to Sasha already being there and talking to Dante. So,
Woo.
yes.
Okay. First question.
Unless you
I
want to skip that and then
No. This is very important because I probably have asked this before, but number one, how much does Sasha know about Dante? And how much can she figure out about Dante? Because she's like, there's some tiny bits of history, like he knew of her, or she knew of his existence from
resolve
Streetwise. Ooh, resolve Streetwise. Do I have Streetwise? I do not. That's awkward. Okay, well, you know. Can I do etiquette instead?
What?
Can I do etiquette instead?
I love etiquette being. Everyone knows my house rule is making etiquette be useful for a lot more stuff in vampire games. So go for it.
Okay.
Vampire, and then like my etiquette joke doesn't work anymore.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay.
It's.
All right. Well, I rolled to add 3 more dice, but I failed that roll, so I get hungrier. I am now at 2 hunger. So that is, hold on. I know how to do numbers. Okay.
You do.
Oh boy. Here we go. Boink. Okay. I rolled 2 successes.
Nice.
You've put together that Dante is a very good assassin. And you have an understanding that he's got a little bit of the Nietzsche thing going on, or Nietzsche thing going on, where he hunts monsters, all the while understanding that he's probably becoming a bigger monster.
Okay. Through the knowledge of
you might remember something about the Anten 7 because of your conversations with Zoran.
Do I know anything about his reputation, maybe? Do I get vibes? Like,
he's a bit of a ghost, though. He's very good assassins tend not to leave,
Okay, but do people talk about him, I guess, is what I'm thinking. Like, is there anything I can... Okay, so nobody gives a fuck about this guy.
Because he's doing his job. Do you have specific questions? Because you're like, what do you mean by his reputation?
Just like, if there's just like general knowledge I can bring to this conversation, so I know kind of how to approach him without him just immediately brushing me off, because I know he was powerful assassin.
You were in some sense that he was Zoran's like employer or peer or something like that, and they worked together previously. You know what? I'll give you a tidbit. There are rumors that like some blood god showed up in Milwaukee. Now, canonically, within this chronicle and any part of the world of darkness, Milwaukee's weird. Everyone knows Milwaukee's weird within the, they don't know precisely why, how, or whatever, because there's always crazy ass rumors and crazy ass stories coming from Milwaukee. Like apparently you can be driving, if you start driving towards Milwaukee, you can just disappear on something called a Goblin Road, and just never get there. Like Milwaukee is weird. And that is something that's kind of like understood. So like, I guess take it with a grain of salt, but you hear a blood god showed up in Milwaukee and Dante helped kill it.
Okay.
He's you understand that he's one of the like few kindred that's kind of been allowed to pull off the independent thing. He's not an anarch. He's not sort of Cain. And he's not Camarilla. And you know that a little bit from Annabelle. Like he announced himself to the Camarilla, but like there was a weird. He didn't announce himself to like PKJ. He said he like kind of announced himself to Annabelle specifically, and like.
Is there anything I can kind of pick up, or I can infer from that, because I was at the club when they like my
Yeah,
first
you were at the
encounter
club.
with-
That was your first run-in with him.
Yeah.
You know that she's
Because-
somewhat of a keeper of secrets. You know, like she. You suspect that either a like boon was something involving like boons being exchanged, or like a deal being made good, or something very specific was like said that appeased the sort of loose sort of observations of the traditions, whilst also kind of like there had to have been something specific. You're not sure. Yeah.
I don't remember if it was Zoran that mentioned it, but I seem to remember like something with Dante, like there was something with Zoran being in trouble with Annabelle or something, and I can't remember what exactly that was.
He was technically exiled from the city on your because of something having to do with your character. Dante basically said, he's back. Let's not make a big deal out of it. He's here on business. And basically like they suspended Zoran's exile so that they didn't have to blood hunt him. Because Dante had enough pull or had a boot or something to get his banishment like suspended.
And remind me, I don't know what the exile was about just yet. Like
it had to do with your masquerade breach.
Oh,
and him,
okay.
He basically like protected and defended and trained a masquerade breacher who should have just had their head chopped off.
Yeah. Okay.
And
cool.
he went out on a limb for that. However, you're in like wobbly weirdo time, and you remember that all of that happening. And Zoran was supposed to be exiled, and he's here.
He's just there. He's just okay. And yeah. Okay.
Okay.
And I guess at this point, so we're starting over from the beginning. I'm looking for Dante in the
Yeah, so you walk into the Halo, and there's a bartender there, a endearingly like doe-eyed, large, bald man. He's wearing like a plain black t-shirt and jeans, like and he's got a belt, and he's all covered in like dead Kennedys tattoos and stuff like that, like from that era, like Black Flag, like that era of punk music. He's sort of cleaning up for the night, putting glasses away and things like that. It's probably around like 11 or midnight. Last call is like closer to 3 a.m. So they're packing it in early for like a Friday night. Dante is sort of finishing up his set. He's up on the stage with like a single acoustic guitar. As we established last time, playing Japanese mariachi music is like the only way to describe it. A rather sullen song. He's not really singing or anything like that. He's wearing a pair of black, like Italian leather dealer boots with red insteps.
I'm gonna approach the bartender, and I'm gonna like quietly, like not so that everyone around can hear, but just conversationally, like casually. I'm gonna say, a little bit early to be cleaning up for the night, isn't it?
One other detail. Sitting at the far end of the bar is a woman with a sort of like blonde. If you look in the Discord, like Milwaukee NPCs.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mercy's in there. You see her.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you see Mercy sitting at the end of the bar.
Mm. Yeah,
Um,
and I have just quietly walked in and had my silence of death, like just smooth. I just walk up and I'm just like, yeah, cleaning up for the night seems a little bit early for that, don't you think? Just casually to the bartender.
it's got no coverage, he says. And obviously the clientele's low, so I take my little girl to her soccer game tomorrow. Not much else I can do. There's business and then there's family, and I choose family. People can go drink in another watering hole. He says, and he like kind of like he's got like a stack of glasses, like perfectly balanced. If you ever seen them when you like stack out beyond like 3 glasses together, you know, like pint glasses, they just start to like skew and tip toward the side. His are perfectly like, you know, like symmetrically stacked and stuff like that. He's got like 6 or 7 of them there, and he kind of flips one off and using his sort of like kind of like really big hands, uses like his thumb on the tap and manages to fill it up with a draft beer. And he doesn't ask you what you're drinking; he just fills it up and sets it in front of you, and sort of continues like, you know, takes that rest of that stack of the glasses and puts stacks them back behind the bar. And
What's in the glass?
he says, "The house brew." He says.
Mm.
It's like a dark lager.
Yeah, so actual alcohol, like I try to like pretentiously take a smell out of it to figure out what it is. Like I just look like a really
It
douchey
has a
toreador.
blood smell to it, actually. Like it's got a little bit of a.
I raise the glass to the bartender and I say cheers, and I take a sip of it.
You
And
know.
okay, so Mercy is just like further down the bar, right? Like
Yeah, she's like the last seat at the end. You know, like past her, it's the restrooms and the back door. Like there's a dartboard, sort of. Oh, this
I'm
kind of place would have a dartboard. Yeah, sure it would. It's got like
gonna
the.
take a casual glance at her to see if she's watching me the entire time. She totally is, right?
No, absolutely. She hasn't like looked at you at all, but you get the sense that like she has seen you. like she has seen you on a soul level.
Okay, so she's not actually actively looking at her. In that case,
No.
Sasha doesn't care. She is going to take her house brew, real tasty. Is there enough in this glass to eventually slake a hunger, or is it just like a
you can
small?
slake a hunger with it. It's
Oh wait,
special.
wait, no, I can't. Can I do that? I have higher blood potency. I forgot about that.
Then no, but you can drink it without yakking.
Okay, sorry, I keep forgetting about the blood potency boost. Okay, in that case, I'll take the not yakking part. I will walk to the stage where Dante is playing and sit at a like nearby table and do the thing where I just put my feet up on the table casually and take a sip of my drink, enjoying the music until someone yells at me to take my feet off the table or something. I'm just like,
The ghoul Riley doesn't seem to care.
and I think as long as like I wait until Dante's finished playing, and then I put my drink down and clap.
One second. gosh. Okay. You just met Riley McMurda. It's Murdaha, but low violence era. He finishes up the last song. It's sort of this like mournful ditty, you know, and you know, packs up his guitar and he starts packing it up, and without looking at you, he just says, "It's probably best to get out of here before Riley closes the place. Once the doors close, well, the thing about his kid's not wrong, but there's business hours and then there's after hours, and I don't think you want to be here for that."
Maybe I do. You don't know me.
You're Zoran's ex.
Hmm.
I was wondering when you'd come by. He, like, you know, as he puts his guitar away, you notice that there's a sort of false bottom in it that's open a little bit, and you recognize a katana like sitting in the bottom of it. That's fan service, basically. Not a flash of intimidation or anything like that for you, or maybe it was. I don't know. Probably not. He closes the tape. He sits down across from you.
Sasha has
I guess it's
she's not
Murphy.
she's not packing anything like very clearly obvious. She does have something concealed, like weaponry on her, like just in case, but she tries to appear non-threatening, like I'm just here for a conversation, kind of. So she doesn't have her shotgun or anything like that. And she just says, "Took me a minute to get here, but I said I would come. We have some things to talk about."
Yeah. Something changed. I don't know what, but was that you? And your coterie?
My coterie is not aware of my coterie is not aware of what I've done. So you could say that it was me, but it has really nothing to do with my coterie.
If they are not aware, wouldn't it be much of a coterie if you don't fill them in?
Look, I'll get there.
Trust
it's
should
just-
usually come first. Saying that as I don't have a coterie anymore.
We have a
Hard lessons, as it were.
we have a functional amount of trust, and there's a series of events that have happened that have kind of switched my plans up a little bit. So, you know, we'll get to that conversation, but
Sounds more dysfunctional. He quirks a brow.
Look, it got us as far as it did, so I'm not complaining. But the point is simply that
I'm not preaching, just observing, he says.
I've I've made some decisions, but there's also decisions that the coterie has made, and I guess what I'm asking for is your assistance. I know that you are a skilled assassin, a trained killer, and
Wow, just went right out and say it, huh? Yeah,
I highly respect your skills. So there's that.
I respect your bluntness. Look,
I know what I'm after.
get the sense we've talked before. I mean, I know about you. I make it a point to know about every kindred in any city I hunt in.
I figured there's no point in not being straightforward with someone like you.
Why I know you.
Well, it's like you said, I'm Zoran's ex. That's
No, you did something.
I did.
Fucked something up's more like, Mercy says from the bar.
How much do you know about it? She calls out over her shoulder.
Only what I can see through a scope. So not enough. But I'm getting the picture. You'll have to excuse Mercy. She hasn't killed someone in a while.
Yeah, I totally get it. I get a little bit like that sometimes when I haven't killed anyone in a while.
Like from over at the bar. I like Mercy. She's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, no, Sasha just says, yeah, I get like that when I haven't killed anyone in a while. I get it.
You two should go on a date sometime, I suppose. Stop trying to hook me up, she says.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not my type.
Dante leans in. He's like, I just like fucking with her. Heard that.
Right. So, I did something. I'm not asking for help about the thing that I did because I'm pretty sure I can't unfuck what I fucked. But, first light.
Been there too. Dragon and
Look.
In Berlin, he says.
I'm
not what you think, by the way. It's not, claws and it was different. They're different.
If you feel like sharing, we can talk about that later. However, acknowledging the fact that Mercy is in the mood for killing and stuff like that, we have a first light problem. How do you guys feel about helping out with a first light problem?
Truth be told, a little below my pay grade.
Well, I wouldn't be aiming above it. That just seems unreasonable.
No, I mean, I suspect you and your coterie are going to be dealing with that.
I mean, we are, sure.
And the prince, he seems particularly bent out of shape, and I'm sure he'll throw resources into it as well. I'm more worried about something else. Like the fuckability of Chicago, and I don't mean potential dates for Mercy. I mean, the place shouldn't be this. What's the word? Malleable. Not
Well, between all of the weird cult cultist shit that's happening and some other weird stuff. I mean, there's definitely been some really fucky shit happening here.
When you say cultist shit, he just kind of quirks a brow and like leans back a little bit. Now we're talking my pay grade.
Yeah, it is a lot more than just killing First Light. I mean, that's the warm up, really.
That's a vendetta. What they're meddling with is bigger than them and more important.
Yeah, that's fair. It seems like our interests are more aligned than I even realized. I have to admit, before I fucked things up, you used to be more of a villain in my story, but now I'm starting to reconsider that.
Oh, trust me, I'm still a villain. You don't do what I do and, get a hero's burial. If you get buried at all, if you make it that far.
No, but at least I know differently. Well, the point is, I've changed the story. Now there's a different villain in my story, and I'm gonna need help with that too. It's not a vendetta, it's just me trying to make things right.
If I can ask, you mentioned First Light. Okay. This new villain in your story, is this something that needs killing?
I'm hoping it won't come to that, but I'm worried that it might, and I'm worried that I may not be able to pull the trigger myself.
I know what you mean. I got into this line of work a long time ago, in another life, the first life.
Mhm.
I was just the kind of thing, like a knife. Someone else pointed at a problem and, threw me in the direction, and I'd either fix it or break, and I just never broke. I kind of got used to a world where all problems could be solved that same way. Got a problem, kill it. That's why I stay out of the silver tower business, and I got just good enough at my business to where they stay out of my way. But I'm not naive. I know most problems can't be solved with a blade or... he names the exact make and model of the gun you have on you, 50
Oh,
cal.
the one hidden in my
Yeah,
in
it's
my
like names the exact, or
in my like my
uh,
thigh holster or whatever.
Mercy says from the bar, I'm still convinced you can solve most of them with enough explosives. He just kind of smiles. He's like, by the way, their relationship is strictly platonic, and that is another functional relationship between sire and child.
Woo!
So there's two of them.
No,
Must be
I
nice.
love that. Feels weird, but nice.
I just
Sasha,
you
Sasha
got a
just looks
problem.
over at Mercy.
What's that?
And Sasha just looks over at Mercy after the explosives comment, and she looks at Dante and just says, once upon a time, I used to believe that.
One time I was supposed to kill somebody, or they were supposed to kill me, and it didn't take. Someday, I think she might have her chance again. I wonder if your problem's like that.
Not exactly like that, but it's more complicated than just I have someone I need to kill and didn't finish the job. I had a very strange opportunity to alter my story.
Takes a lot of strength to do that. Or a lot of stupidity, says Mercy.
And I made the biggest change I could.
Like Dante looks over and just kind of looks a little confused. She's like, seriously, have you read some of these Reddit stories? Stupid.
Vampire Reddit just like, yo, I fucked with the timeline. Am I the asshole?
I couldn't think of what the what the Tumblr shorts was called. I couldn't think of the exact thread, but that's what she was supposed to make a fun of.
Tumblr shorts.
No,
like the fanfic, old Tumblr fanfic.
Yeah.
So,
I just dated myself, so Mercy would have said something a little bit more applicable.
Yeah. I did something that fundamentally changed reality, and I changed one event, and now everything is absolutely fucked. So I don't know how similar it is to your situation, but if love if love had anything to do with it, we might have more in common than we realize. Right. So dead guy, not dead anymore, now the bad guy. That's basically it. I don't know why I'm taking my time with this. It's just you and me here and the peanut gallery, but she's fine. And she looks over at Mercy.
Mercy's my best friend. No secrets. That trust thing, Oh, more. I'm your child. That too. But yes, we get along.
Must be nice.
It's her sense of humor and comedic timing, really. He still hasn't taught me every way to kill. He still hasn't taught me every way to kill people that he knows. So I stick around. Dante just like I mostly use a katana these days.
I thought I would take a low violence approach to things these days, but I don't know. You sound like a fun time. Would you teach me a few different ways to kill people?
I liked what you were saying about the not having to kill part and someone you love.
I'm a woman of multitudes. Okay,
You're younger than me.
I am.
I don't mean that in a condescending way. I just mean your story, even the parts you rewrote. There's a lot left to write. I'm kind of filling out the final chapters here, you know. You're just starting yours. You got a lot of time for violence, but you got a lot of time where you may not need it too. And if you're talking about love, well, that goes back to the trust thing. Once upon a time, me and someone I loved found trust in a very, very short supply. We both got dead. We both got better. And we ended up on the wrong sides of fate. We're still kind of spiraling around on opposite sides of that track. And eventually, we'll come to a head and she'll either kill me or I'll forgive her. There's also the explosives. Have you considered the explosives?
I love this
Not-
woman.
We're not blowing up my wife.
Somewhere
Oh,
rolling his
you
shirt off, doesn't know why.
I mean, we could try.
Besides, I figure I got it coming. I just hope I deal with enough problems before that comes.
I used to think you're this larger than life, mysterious figure that took someone away from me. And I hated you for it for a long time. But now that I'm finding out the parts of the story that were left untold, I don't know. Maybe you're the one person that could, I don't know, mentor me. I don't really have many people I can trust, and certainly not someone that would guide me. And I guess I'm looking for that more than anything right now. Not to say that I don't have people I trust. I have my person, but that's not exactly it.
I will shoot you straight here, Sasha.
Mhm.
I don't need another protege or pupil. But
You don't need it, but I need you.
shit. I gotta think about that. Yeah.
I mean, even if you say no, maybe
It
you can help me
is-
figure out what to do with.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish your thing.
Maybe you could help me figure out what to do with. And she kind of she's having a hard time kind of getting it out. And she finally says, maybe you can help me figure out what to do with Zoran. When I brought him back, he didn't come back right.
This is the sort of thing where we see like Rory, like in the back of a car, like nondescript. We don't know who's driving it. We just see the city rushing past, and we see Damon on one side, sort of
Josh. Yeah.
staring at Josh, like he's sitting next to his brother, and he's staring at Josh, and Rory's sort of like Rory's kind of at the far side, right, staring out the window as the city passes him by, and Damon's sitting in the middle, staring at his brother, and his brother's like looks like Cloud after he fell into the life stream, just kind of like bobbing and like lolling his head, and he's just not there. He's watching. Well, the city's watching him fly by, and we get Dante's, voiceover, and this conversation carries on over that visual, and he's like, we're kindred, vampires, blank bodies, whatever. I'd stake a lot on the notion that sometimes, hell, things that are gone shouldn't be brought back. There's a paradox to it, right? With us, everything inside of us makes us fight, consume, to keep going. We even got that little voice in our head that won't let us die.
It's just not in me to give up. It's just not in me to back away from a challenge.
When you're gone, bringing that back, I can't imagine what that does to this dream or whatever dreams may come after it. This is where we get the shot of Joshua, and we kind of like come back, and we're back in the bar. You got something you can't let go of, though. I know a lot about that. Tell you what, that trust thing, right? We're going to need some of it. And this isn't on you. This isn't a blame thing. Just, it's hard to bring people into the fold. It's hard to babysit new people, bring people into the fold without them just, their presence being another in for other things,
I understand that. And the truth is, I came here with all the cards on the table, and, I told you everything as straightforward as I could, hoping that would appeal to you in some way, in the interest of trying to earn said trust.
Oh, no, I said we're going to need some of that trust. Like a currency.
Sure.
Oh
no, I'm not really.
He looks at like a
currency.
He's got
I'm not really great. I'm not really great with currency.
Yeah, he's got a couple.
Said kind of as a joke.
Yeah, he's got a couple fingers of whiskey in a tumbler, and he's like, he kind of swirls it around and swishes it, drinks it. His blush of life from earlier on in the evening, having to look like he's alive, is still kicking, right? So he takes a swig of the whiskey, and it just tastes like ash, but that's the beauty of whiskey. The good shit tastes like ash anyway, so I can't tell the difference now that I'm dead.
Good point.
Recurrency. I'm going to go out on a limb for you. I want you to go out on a limb for yourself too. That's the exchange we're going to make. This secret you're keeping from your coterie. Well, you not trusting the crew you roll with normally. Well, that's a dent in the armor. That's a vulnerability for me.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Jed.
That was
Sorry.
perfect timing. That's disgusting.
So,
What the fuck?
so I want you to
Sasha-
tell your coterie this thing you ain't been getting around to.
As soon as we can get the gang back together, we'll have the conversation. Kinda
Yeah, if
just
you do that, he gives
lost
you the
a
ruby
member.
slippers, says Mercy.
Well, you know,
It's not ruby slippers. It's a katana, ruby hilt. It's beautiful. No, that doesn't. I hate that. Leave the humor to me, Dante.
right.
I know.
Well, you know, I probably shouldn't have just given up on the search. One of ours is kind of gone missing, so I should probably get back to that. But you know, priorities.
He kind of like, yeah. It's about now that we hear the engine of Jack's motorcycle rolling up.
Expecting anyone? Should I leave?
He's like, this is the after hours thing.
Mm.
Not right now. There's going to be some. Honestly, I don't know exactly what to expect myself, so stick around for the curiosity of it. Mercy has been telling me she really, really, really needs a friend and someone to play cards with. Fuck you too, Dante. Love you too, Mercy. And then that's where Jack walks in, and we will call it for the evening because I got to be up stupendously early, and we'll leave.
Oh,
I know. We can pick up next week, hopefully back on my stream, my channel, with some fun. Jack finally meeting
One
all
person
the-
from the coterie.
Yeah, the rest of the coterie. I don't keep splitting you guys up.
Look, it's gonna happen more often with Sasha kind of
And it was a lot
feeling
easier.
a certain way.
It was a lot easier to have Jack meet Sasha, who's not bringing people back from the dead and like talking to their evils,
Not bringing
Jimmy.
people back
Oh,
from the
man.
dead at the moment.
and storming like a First Light facility. Like, yeah,
No
so
big deal.
that was just an easy in. So speaking of storming facilities and easy ins, I don't know. Michael, why don't you?
God damn it.
I mean, I'd like to storm Mercy's facilities. I mean,
Hey, oh.
There's
oh yeah.
several explosives to, like booby traps to make it fast. Anyway,
Oh, I can show her some booby traps.
hey,
Hell yeah.
Michael, who are you? What you doing? Where can people?
I am Michael, have been, will continue to be. Yeah, damn it. Tune in next week, I guess. Find me online, Sub-Zero Jalapeno. Yeah.
Beautiful. Don't steal my plot line, jeez.
It happens.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And
Listen.
All right. So
Okay.
speaking of plot line theft, Anne, how's it going?
Hi. Yeah, I was playing Sasha, who apparently is stealing plot lines and sucking up to powerful kindred. Seems like a thing. It's fine.
Look,
You
we
can.
just made an answer friend.
I
That's
don't
it.
really. I haven't done social media in a while, but if you really want to find me, I guess Blue Sky at the Girl Wonder. I have a Beacons page too. I don't know if Shelly set it up on her stream, but
it's in the
It's a
it's in
thing.
the Endless Elegy beacons.
perfect. You can find me there.
We have our own beacons now.
Shelly's
Yeah,
great.
we've had it.
Huh.
I love that. Thanks for the hookup, Shelly. So yeah, find me whatever, wherever. I'm done.
So speaking of being done, Shelly, how's it going? Look, I'm out of practice with the
It
bad
happens.
segue
It
game
happens.
too.
Hi everyone. I'm Shelley Von Miller. This is
I invented the bad segue game. I'm allowed to be bad at it.
true. It's true. Hi, I'm Shelley Von Miller. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Shelley Von Miller, to include this channel that you're currently looking at on Twitch.
This channel right now?
Yeah. I've been Ashley Dame, and I was going for the world record of shortest turning to death for a kindred. So
Wrecked.
get wrecked.
Well, speaking of getting wrecked,
That
Hello,
natural
everyone.
one.
I'm heartbroken, and I hope that Jack might be able to do better than the real person L, did.
What happens?
Hello, everyone. I have been L. If you would like to see if I will continue to be L, you can find me at Sapphic Soulful or at Soulful Sapphic on these social medias. I have also been Jacques Durand, who is having a great time, super excited to be in Chicago. Nothing is going to go wrong. They're so happy to be here. They have such a good relationship with their sire. Everything is great. Nothing is bad for Jacques Durand. And it is all going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yippee.
yeah, I didn't accidentally visit the soul crushing thing on you. Just a character concept discussion on accident.
Yeah.
If that's
No.
big,
No.
but man, when you're that happy and things are that good, that's the equivalent. In a vampire game, you're I have good relationships. I'm optimistic. That's the equivalent of being a cop on your having a movie where a cop does a day of work. It's just
Jack turns to the camera and they're like, "Whoa, I'm on my last day of work at the office.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get back to my wife and kids."
Speaking of eventually
really
getting back to your
Hey,
wife,
I didn't say where you can find me with other things, because I have streams that I do. Don't cut me off.
I'm sorry.
So,
I thought
okay.
No, go ahead.
So, this coming up Monday, I believe it is time for Swords of Byrodin on Bardic Inspiration Network. I think it's Swords time because it's the it's the 13th, so it would be Swords time, and then Power Rangers is coming back on the 20th. So if you want to see the conclusion for our tournament arc, go check that out. My character just died and is dealing with the ramifications of being killed by an evil version of their best friend. Yikes!
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, he straight up got murdered by Evil Hope, which is super fun and totally not fucked up. And then they got revived by Selune, and they are a cleric of Shar. So lots of fucked up things happening over there. And then next Monday, that Monday after the coming Monday, you are going to see our Power Rangers game where Meph is going to go on a date with a demon who is also the sister of our team leader, played by Michael.
And is supposed to be dead.
And is supposed to be dead. There's a lot of things going on. Watch as my character desperately tries to self-sacrifice themselves because they don't know what else to do with their life, because maybe they didn't get into law school.
They still don't know they didn't get into law school. It takes a few weeks for that to get processed, you know?
Okay, it's time to die. It's time to die. This demon is going to kill me. Please, I can't do this.
This is the saddest Power Rangers season ever.
It really is.
I love it. Better than canon, y'all.
So on Tuesdays, you can find me on Lantern Light Adventures. I'm playing Girl by Moonlight. My character, you might be sensing a theme, my character just did a self-sacrifice for their ex-girlfriend. Nice. And we have no idea what the conclusion of that is going to be, because the session ended on them, dramatically switching places with their ex-girlfriend as she's about to be hit by a horrible beam of light. So we don't know what's going to happen to them. They used to be an alien god. They are now a human person. And maybe they're going to be an alien god again, or maybe they'll be a corpse. Come tune in on Tuesday to find out.
Hell yeah.
So if they die, are they a human corpse or an alien corpse?
That is a great question. One that we might find out.
Humalian?
Alien.
Sure. Anyway. Do an outro, Andrew. You
Speaking
nerd.
of Humalians, it is.
Speaking of being hit by a horrible beams of light, I have been.
Yeah.
Speaking of being hit by horrible beams of light and possibly being dead, I am Mephisto, or the magical Mr. Mephisto, if you know the bit. Yeah, resident spooky kid, big fan of all the horror stuff and telling stories and writing and all that. So I've been your storyteller for this evening. I have so many plans for these folks. It's going to be pretty great because
I have a question.
Yeah.
How much did you enjoy Sasha going hard on trying to befriend Dante?
I liked it. We'll see how that turns out.
Yep.
How did you expect it? Because I was thinking of like so many different ways that conversation could go.
There was a point in the conversation where I felt it turn. I'm like, oh no, okay, cool. This is like at first it was like, of course Dante is going to be apprehensive towards this human and like not trust. And then there was a point where you said something and it like it exactly appealed to Dante, like his wiring or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Yeah, no. So I really did enjoy that. That was pretty cool. But yeah, the machinations are supreme. It's time for like the shit to hit the proverbial fan though. Like it's been a lot of flirting. Yeah, well, there's been a lot of
Good
stuff
Lord.
going on, and we'll finish up. I feel like there's still some side quests to wrap up or whatever before the point
ends.
before the notification comes up on the screen. Would you like to save your game because no turning back type thing happens? And so I'm gonna hash some of that stuff out offline with y'all, and hopefully we'll be back Tuesday. We'll do a little like a
Thursday.
We don't do
we're on
Tuesdays no
Thursdays now.
more.
The
We're on Thursday.
superior day of the week.
Yes.
It's fine.
And this time next week, Thursday, I'll be back in my normal office, and we'll be back on.
We certainly fucking hope so.
Woo!
Oh, I'm already scheduled for two more overnights, two more out of town shifts.
Jeez.
I need
Ugh.
to ask you what the heck your one message meant, because I was trying real hard to figure it out, and I do not understand what you were trying to get at.
I don't know.
Anyway,
let's wrap this up. Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. We've certainly enjoyed our time with you. Remember, drink your milk, pay your taxes, be excellent to yourselves and each other, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.